Only 1% of men can cold approach, and I am one of them. The other 99% are seeing me do this shit, and I activate emotions inside of them. Most of them are quiet, some ridicule me, and some become inspired. I hope you belong to the latest category, because in this video I will explain how cold approaching makes most men feel insecure and how you can become one of those guys that actually cold approaches. Let's go. The first question I want you to answer is your brain on your side? Because I just mentioned there's like 3 types of guys. Some of them are quiet, some of them make fun of me, and then others become inspired. Now, what do you think is a healthy reaction to seeing another man cold approach? Is it healthy to be like, oh, look at this goon, oh, look at this clown, look, oh, he just got rejected, what a fucking pussy, what a fucking idiot? Is it healthy to just be quiet and look at me and think like, damn, okay, whatever? Or is it healthy to be like, oh shit, that guy just cold approached this girl, and honestly, I think this girl was very hot. Wait, if this guy does it, I can do it too, right? If you could choose to have any one of these 3 reactions, which one would you like to choose? And if you're not a retard, you'd be saying, well, of course, the one where I'm asking myself, why am I not cold approaching if this guy does it? If this guy who's shorter than me does it? Come on, let's get this then, huh? If you see me do cold approaches, then you can have a regressive reaction, which is like hating on me and kind of like, oh, this guy is weird because I'm doing something that you actually kind of subconsciously want to do as well, but you're kind of scared of the process of getting into cold approach. So you kind of have to hate when somebody reminds you that it is possible to power through the fear. Or you can have a constructive reaction, being like, oh look, this guy, he's kind of like a leader figure. I can just imitate this guy and then I'm going to be able to cold approach as well. How nice is that? When your brain is on your side, it's going to give you progressive reactions instead of regressive reactions. It's kind of, let me tell you a story about this, because I was working in a cafe. It was like a very shitty job, whatever. I had a co-worker, he was like 35 or something, kind of like a cool guy. I respected him because he was kind of funny and shit. But at some point we were speaking about money, like, oh, I asked him, hey, how much money you think the owner of this shop is making? And he's like, oh, I don't even want to think about it because I will never be able to make this much money in my life. And I was just saying like, damn, that is the saddest thing I've ever heard from you. This is a typical regressive reaction. A guy sees another guy making money and he's thinking, damn, I want to make that money myself, but I know it's kind of a painful process. So, no, wait, actually, I don't want to make that money. And then you have to hate on the other guy. Now, what makes guys insecure is when the regressive reaction is their default reaction. When they have never learned that seeing somebody who reminds them of their potential can actually be a good thing. They have just learned, oh, fuck, somebody's better than me. I need to take him down. I need to hate him down. Instead of thinking like, oh, fuck, somebody's better than me. Oh, wait, like, what can I learn from this guy? Meanwhile, when I cold approach, it's actually a net neutral for the guys who see me cold approach. So literally, like if you were just to ignore it, then nothing would happen. But I want to convince you to actually be the guy who has a progressive reaction of thinking like, okay, I'm going to do this as well, instead of a regressive reaction of like, ah, what a creep. Let your brain fight for you instead of against you. Okay, now let's tackle what it is about cold approach that is admirable. Okay, now here's a biological truth. Every guy wants women. As soon as your balls start to produce nuts, you are going to want women. Now, cold approach is admirable because it is that first step of meeting a new woman. Now, another thing about cold approach that guys can't help but to respect is the courage it actually takes. Because if you have this desire inside of you to speak to her and you actually do something about it, you are literally beating 99% of guys, because all these guys have the desire as well. I just told you, it's like biologically wired inside of us. We want women. They have this desire as well, but they don't dare to do anything about it because they are not ready to open themselves to be hurt. Because honestly, that can happen. If you go up to a woman and you're like, oh, hey, I like you, and then you get rejected, that's painful. And these guys, they're all scared of it. They're like, oh no, I could never do that shit in my entire life. If they see you do this, they're going to be like, damn, this guy, he just got rejected and he's still walking like, this guy is crazy. Cold approach is admirable because it just takes balls. You need to put your balls on a chopping block, and then the woman decides, okay, do a fucking oh fuck, I don't even want to think about that shit, right? Now I just want to give a little disclaimer, because you might be thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna be such a superstar when the guys see me cold approach. No, like every guy has pride, every guy has ego. The only thing you're going to see from these guys are looks like this. The looks that say everything, but they are like, and unless they're your friends and they're good friends of you, they're never going to come up to you and be like, damn, you just cold approach? Damn, you're a baller. They just kind of don't want to admit it, that you just did something crazy that they couldn't do. Now, another thing that makes cold approach admirable is what's like the common way of meeting women. Yeah, it's like people who swipe on Tinder, being like, oh, okay, oh, yeah, okay, whatever, getting mocked by chats. Or people going to the nightclubs or to the bars, getting drunk, and then like, oh yeah, maybe I can drink enough alcohol to finally have the courage to speak to a 5 out of 10. Like the common dating strategy that most guys use is low risk, low reward. Like obviously, if you're in a nightclub, what type of quality of woman are you going to get? You're going to get the nightclub hoe who's been sucking 3 schlongs in the bathroom before she gave you a kiss. Great, bro, you're balling. You're absolutely balling. Now, what kind of quality are you getting on Tinder? You're getting the girls who are even too lazy to go out, to dress themselves up, to look pretty, to get fucked by chats, bro. Like, in cold approach, it's better in cold approach, let me just tell you that. Because other guys just can't help but to respect the guy who plays high risk, high reward. When he sees the fucking 9 or the 10 in the gym, and he just fucking takes the risk, goes up to her, tells her she's pretty, this is high risk, and bro, he actually gets the number, and bam, he gets the fucking high reward without being a fucking retard who goes to the nightclub. Because bro, everybody can swipe Tinder, everybody can get drunk, nobody can cold approach, and that's why it's so fucking admirable. Okay, so last chapter, learn cold approach. Cold approach is literally a skill that will benefit you for the rest of your life. Like if you were able to cold approach, if you were literally able to tell every woman that you find attractive, that she is attractive, do you think you'd still struggle with women? Do you think you'd still have a shortage of women in your life? Or do you think, oh well, like since I decide when I speak to women now, not the women decide when they speak to me, I actually decide how many women there are in my life. If you build cold approach right now and you become good at it and you become good at dealing with rejection, that's even going to help you in business. Imagine you're trying to negotiate a higher salary for you with your boss and you're ready to just go for it, ask him for a 10% raise. And since you were actually bold and you did that with confidence, he's actually going to give you the 10% raise. Like cold approach is literally, it's going to teach you skills that are going to help you in business. Or for example, you're trying to tell your parents that, oh, honestly, I think I want to change my studies, but now you're already 2 years in and you know they would fucking be mad at you. Cold approach, you're just honest, you're telling them, hey, honestly, you spill out your feelings, you're ready to get hurt by your parents, and then they think like, oh damn, we didn't even know you were feeling like this. Well, of course, you can change your studies. How crazy would that be, bro? Or with your friends keep saying disrespectful shit about you, and you were there before just always taking it, and now, since you are actually assertive and telling people about your desires, you're telling them, hey man, stop that shit. And they're going to look at you the first time in your life and you're going to think like, damn, I respect this guy now. Now, another reason why you need to learn cold approach right now, why you need to jump into the market right now is that it is currently unsaturated as fuck. Like imagine how many guys are there for each woman in a nightclub? Maybe like, if you're lucky, a 1-to-1 ratio. Imagine how many guys there are on Tinder. Maybe like a 70-30%, maybe like 60-40% if on a good day. How many women are there for cold approach? Let's say 1% of men to 100% of women. Holy shit, that's the ratio. That's the market you want to jump onto, right? Just compare how many guys are on Tinder to how many guys you've ever seen in your life doing cold approaches, and you're going to think like, damn, right. Like every guy is on Tinder, but have I ever actually seen a cold approach happen in real life? I don't think so. These are two entirely different markets. And this market doesn't just have more customers, it has the better customers as well. Because think about it. Where are you going to meet your wife? Are you going to meet her at 3 a.m. on ketamine in a techno club? Or are you going to meet her at 2 p.m. in a library reading a self-improvement book? What do you think? You need to learn cold approach. You're not going to regret it. You are going to become the guy who makes other men feel insecure. And I may think, wait, isn't that a bad thing? No, it's a good thing. All I'm doing is what I want, and when I'm doing what I want and it just coincidentally happens that this reminds other people of their potential and I inspire other people to go out there and fucking face their fears as well, I'm doing good. I notice this with myself when I see other people who I perceive as superior to me. I don't get frustrated at these guys. I actually get motivated and think, okay, I'm going to do it just like them. I'm going to be a fucking baller just like them. You can check out the first link in the description if I convinced you to learn cold approach. It is my full guide to your first cold approach. And it's like not in this cringe pickup artist way of like, oh, use this routine, but in an honest way, in a not creepy way, in a not manipulative way. You can check it out first link in the description. Otherwise, you can click and watch this video to keep on learning, or you can subscribe to the channel right here. I see you in the next one.